Dead. So, ayan. Sakto. So, stay tuned lang with our seminar or webinar today, no? And start tayo mga 9:10. Start ko ba tayo, guys? Okay, ayan. 9:15 pala. Wait lang natin yung mga magjo-join pa. And hopefully, mag-join lahat ng in-invite natin, no? Yan. Start tayo around 9:15. So, 5 minutes more.
Ikaw ay nasilayan sa di inakalang panahon. Lumapit ng biglaan, para bang di nakataon. Ito nga ba'y tadhana, tangi kong ilig sa mga tala. Napintig ng puso'y nakalaan para sa'yo. Following your footprints in the sand, walking with you on this island. Guided by the grip of your hand, I can feel you holding my world. Ano ba itong nadarama? Oh shucks, ito ba'y pag-ibig na? Totoo ba ang pinadama? 'Cause boy, it feels so good. Bawat aroma sumasaya, magmula nang nakita ka. Nawawala ng pangangamba, pag ika'y kapiling na. Feels like someone I'm with you, parang islang pantropiko. Can't wait to go back with you, sa islang pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko. Sumapit na ang araw, nang ika'y muling nakausap. Hinahanap ka sa tabi, di na mawala sa isip. Nakita kang papalapit, puso ko'y biglang di mapakali. Ano nga ang sinapit, kakapit pa hanggang muli. Following your footprints in the sand, to walking with you on this island. Guided by the grip of your hand, I can feel you holding my world. Ano ba itong nadarama? Oh shucks, ito ba'y pag-ibig na? Totoo ba ang pinadama? 'Cause boy, it feels so good. Bawat aroma sumasaya, magmula nang nakita ka. Nawawala ng pangangamba, pag ika'y kapiling na. Feels like summer when I'm with you, parang islang pantropiko. Can't wait to go back with you, sa islang pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko. Island sitting on the white sand, guess if I'm in love with you, 'cause with you boy I'm going crazy. You could be my baby, I could be a lady. Oh, oh, oh. Di na mawala ng kilig na bigay riyan, kasi para bang di na mapigil. Makabog o huminto, gumugulo ang puso ko sa'yo. Following your footprints in the sand, walking with you on this island. Guided by the grip of your hand, I can feel you holding my world. Ano ba itong nadarama? Oh shucks, ito ba'y pag-ibig na? Totoo ba ang pinadama? 'Cause boy, it feels so good. Bawat aroma sumasaya, magmumula nakita ka. Nawawala ng pangangamba, pag ika'y kapiling na. Feels like someone I'm with you, parang islang pantropiko. Can't wait to go back with you, sa islang pantropiko. Pantropiko, pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko. Pantropiko, pantropiko. Sa islang pantropiko.
And 1 minute left. So we are starting. So we are 67 here in the Zoom room. Sana pumasok na yung 100 participants natin.
Pero teka lang, meron bang umahabol sa'yo?
Yan. Hello guys, good morning. Can you hear me loud and clear? Loud and clear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the answer, Carlo. There you go. So yeah, we're about to start, and I would just like to introduce myself, your host today, no, and welcome to our free webinar entitled Resume Making Your Way to Get Hired. And I hope after this webinar may mga matutunan kayo and mabaon kayong insight or tips no regarding with how to make a resume and how to ace your future job interview. So yeah, uh, let's start. So before that, I'd like to ask you guys to scan a QR code. So to visit our website, Integrated OS, and our careers webpage, plus sa screen yung ating QR code, no? And later, I'll introduce to you our speaker today, which is Miss Fatima Decena Kabagat. So yeah, I'm your host today, Stephanie from Integrated OS. Yeah. So, I hope na if may mga questions kayo, feel free to chat it to here in our chat group or dito sa Zoom chat, no? And moving forward, before we start, let's start with the prayer. So, let us take a moment to come
Let us
together
pray.
in prayer.
Lord,
So let's
we thank
start.
you for all those who are present today. Thank you that we can come together as individuals with different gifts, ideas, and strengths to pursue a common goal. I ask that you fill each heart with your presence and grant each mind clarity. Please help us to use this time wisely, direct us in the way we should go, and make the path before us clear. May all we do be to the glory of your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Sorry, next slide, please. So, yeah, I would just like to give you some webinar house rules. Kindly mute your microphone. Strictly no recording, but yeah, we're recording na kasi, no? So, respect others' view. And if ever get involved para maging collaborative ang ating webinar, use chat for questions and have fun. So, and moving forward, before we start, I'd like to introduce to you our company. So, Integrated OS. So, feel free to, get your snacks or kung ano man yung makakain nyo dyan while you are listening to this webinar. So, before we dive in with, I'd like to introduce to you our company culture. So, our company culture revolves around our values, which is respect, family integrity, and teamwork. So, here in Integrated OS, we have modern and family-friendly work culture, and then perfect mix of modern and family-oriented work culture make team members more engaged and productive, resulting in a higher retention rate. So we have benefits of modern working environment. So we have day shift schedule, culture, high staff retention rate, room for career growth. That's why we do this seminar, no, to help others as well and yung mga magiging future team members namin. No, next slide please. So as mentioned, we have 98% team member rate on month. And then strength in numbers, heart in our family. So in this family, every new member adds a new story. So that's why team members yung tawag namin sa mga employees kasi we treated each other as a family, not a number. There you go. So you can feel free to scan our careers web page so that you can see all our openings and our company website. Then moving forward, before we start our actual webinar, I'd like to present with you or introduce with you our host, or sorry, our resource speaker for today, which is Miss Fatima Dicena. So, an accomplished HR professional with extensive experience in leading and supervising teams across multiple HR functions, including high volume recruitment, graduated magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the University of Perpetual Help in Laguna, and has earned units towards a Master of Arts in Industrial Organizational Psychology at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, and currently serve as an HR consultant for Japanese companies specializing in HR, practices, and heading the recruitment team at a Japanese-owned recruitment firm. Let's all welcome Miss Fatima Decena Habagat. There you go.
Hi,
Isang mga thumbs up naman dyan, guys. Hi, Miss Fatima. Good
hi, good
morning.
morning. Thank you so much Nat, for that wonderful introduction. And
Thank
thank you so much,
you.
Integrated US, for providing this venue for free so that everyone can learn na walang ginagastos na money. So, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, staff. Good morning to all of our participants. We are 72 in this room right now. Wow. So there
Yes.
are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who really wants to learn or really want to learn about resume making strategies and how to ace the job interview. So as what Stephanie has mentioned, no, I've been in recruitment for so long, and not just that, I also used to become an applicant. So I have gathered everything that I've learned and every knowledge that I have in order to put up a valuable presentation that everyone, can learn today. Ayan. So, before we start, allow me to share my screen. Okay, and probably you can make a reaction if you can see my screen. Okay, so can everyone make a reaction? Can you see my screen? All right. So thank you for those who reacted. Ayan. Now, we will be talking about three different topics today. So one is how to build an effective resume, what to prepare for a job interview, and what to do when you're already being asked. So, in these three topics, so I will be sharing some technical tips. So please bear with me. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. And probably on the third part, I will be also giving tips on how to answer some common interview questions. But before that, I know that you 73 audience, you have different intentions why you are here right now, right? So you are at different stages in your career. So I want to know first, gusto ko kayong kilalanin. Of course, hindi ko naman makikilala kayo talaga isa't isa, but I want to have, a grasp. Um, what stages in your career are you at right now? So our team, the Integrated OS team, will be sharing a poll. I would appreciate it if you will answer just for me to know. Ano ka ba? Student ka ba today? Not today. No. Are you a student? Are you a fresh graduate? A career shifter? Business owner? So, nasaan ka in terms of your career? So, all right, so I'm seeing some answers, but I think the integrated OS team will be sharing a poll.
Yes, Paul. Wait lang.
Okay.
I'll be sharing the poll with you
Okay.
guys.
But thank you so much for those who are answering through our comment section. Very active. Wow, very participative. Ayan. So Marinella
You can see the
said,
poll. Can you see the poll, guys?
okay. Ayan.
Mm-hmm.
We have our poll in our comment section. Please open. All right, so we can see. Okay. All right,
You see
so
answers? Mm-hmm.
right after this stuff, can you share the result of the poll?
Yes, I can share it later, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, but I'm currently now I'm seeing a lot of students inside this room. Some are fresh graduates. Okay, so one is taking a master's degree, and one is an experienced clinical research professional with 14 years of experience. Ayan. So, hi, Sir David. I hope that you will learn something from our webinar today. Okay, student from TSU, si Grace Ann. Right? Okay, so how many seconds do we have? Um, okay, so Shara, 8 years of experience in local company in finance. Oh, so Michelle is also working as an HR professional for almost 5 years. Wow. So why are you here right now? Probably you'd also want to share this knowledge to your team members in your company. Okay. So do we have the results? Steph?
Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Mm.
Ayan. So as of now, we have 53% for employed and seeking new opportunities, and then 20% for students,
Mhm.
7% for recent graduates, 7% is for promotion, and 7% for leadership role transition, and 6% for skill enhancement.
Okay. So 53% are those for the category who are employed right now and seeking for new opportunities. Am I right? Did I hear that
Mm-hmm.
correctly? Oh, all
Mm-hmm.
right. So marami pala sa inyong employed. So are you currently reporting at work? All right. So okay, so different categories of audience, so different intentions to learn, but I'll try to do my best in order to cater to all of your training needs in terms of resume making. All right. So now, if you're ready and we're ready, let's formally start our um, webinar, our presentation. So I'd like to request for us to just make a reaction in order for me to know if ready na ba talaga kayo or not. Or are you excited? Please make a reaction. Heart reaction, thumbs reaction will do. Alright. Thank you. Okay, so let's now start. So first and foremost, I would like to establish the fact that in every job application, you are your own business. So what do I mean by this? Okay, so in every job application, you have to sell yourself, you have to market yourself, you have to invest yourself. And by the way, being here right now is one way of investing in yourself. And you have to know your worth. So if you are going to apply for a new job or for an internal, for promotion, you have to think that all of the companies na applyan mo is your potential business partner. Just for you, to have that confidence that you have your own worth and that you are your own business. You are the CEO of your own business, and the product that you are offering is yourself. So away ko ay sa mga ano dyan, um, business professional. So you might know this business flow. So um I'd like to compare job application as with the job business flow. So again, think of yourself as a job applicant, as your own product of your own business. So what do you do when you do a business? Number one, of course, you market yourself. So how do you market yourself? You prepare marketing collaterals. And in job application, what is your marketing collateral? Anyone, you can type in the chat box. So as a job applicant, what is your marketing collateral? Anyone? All right, so your marketing collateral is your resume. So you have to make your marketing collateral attractive, informative, so us recruiters will be able to be interested in looking at your profile and looking at your skills. Because if not, if it's not informative, if it doesn't contain all of the things that we want to know, then we will not be interested kung anong meron sa'yo. And then, of course, you have to build your brand. So that's where your interview style comes in. So how you present yourself to the client, which are the recruiters, what is your communication style? How do you present yourself? Or do you want to present yourself as a professional interviewee? Do you want to present yourself as a jolly professional, as a detail-oriented person? So that's how you build your brand. And then next is you do your sales pitch. So sales pitch. So when you're being asked about your skills, about what can you put at the table, how can you contribute to the company, that's how you do sales pitch. And then next is you negotiate. When you're asked about your salary, of course you negotiate. And later we will talk about this. And then last, of course, you close the deal. So when it's a positive closing of deal, of course, you will be able to receive a job offer. But if not, then try again next time because not everyone is your potential customer. So I'd like to establish that fact. Even though you are a great applicant and you have great profile, not everyone is your target customer. Not everyone will appreciate your profile, and so you just have to wait for someone, for the right company to accept you and to close the deal with you. All right. So again, you are your own business. Okay. So now we will be talking about the part one of our topic for today, which is designing your resume. All right. So ano lang, just a disclaimer, I will not talk about um yung mga very obvious tips. So I will not talk about what font style, what font size, what color of your resume ang dapat niyong gawin. So it's really up to you, but I will be sharing some technical tips that us recruiters are really considering when we're looking at your resume. But of course, I would like to establish or I would like to share with you some three fun facts about job applications and resume making. So for our first fun fact, there's what we call the 7-second rule. What is the 7-second rule? So employers look at resumes for an average of only 6 or 7 seconds. Now, this is not the hard and fast rule naman, no, or in terms of looking for a resume. So kami lang mga recruiters, this is especially for those na international companies or for those who do mass hiring. Syempre, hindi wala naman kami masyadong time to look at thousands of resume. So we only have um, just a few times or a few time to look at each resume. So, imagine nyo na lang if we have hundreds of resume in our job portals. We only have 6 to 7 seconds to check yung mga profile nyo. So, if it's not informative enough, if it's too complicated, then ang tendency is that we will skip your profile and we will not be able to see your profile again. Matatambak na lang yan sa aming job portal. Very important na, again, your resume should contain all of the necessary information that we need para matawagan ka namin at makareceive ka ng callback. Right? And then number two, best time. So you'll get the best results if you send your resume between 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and within first 4 days of a job being. So what's the rationale about this? So why 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.? So to share with you, most of us recruiters, we do profile screening or sourcing every morning to noon time. So I'm not sure about the others, but that's the case for most recruiters. So when we do profile screening, let's say from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, if you submit your profile within this time window, 6 to 10, then there's a great possibility that your resume uh, will be viewed by us first. Kasi kung sino yung first na nag-apply or yung most recent application, yun yung una naming makikita, usually. Right? So, that's one. And then why within the first 4 days? Because usually kaming mga recruiters, we are very active during the first week of the job ad being posted. And after a week, usually may nakakita na kaming qualified applicant. And of course, kapag may nakita na kami, we usually process them for job interviews. And kapag okay naman, na job offer na sila. So kapag nag-apply ka beyond a week, or let's say a month after the job being posted, mas lesser lang yung chance mo on receiving a call back from us recruiters. But again, I'm not saying na if nag-submit ka ng resume beyond 10 a.m. and beyond 4 days, hindi ka na makaka-receive. So don't quote me on that. I'm not saying hindi ka na makaka-receive na interview invitation. I'm just saying this is the best time, right? And then, last tip or last fact is resume making. So your resume should be clear, concise, and tailored to the job for which you are applying for. All right. So now let me go on sa ating first tip. Okay, first tip. So you can write this down in your notes or you can just screenshot kung ano man yung gusto nyong ma-retain sa inyong memory. So number one, less is more. So why less is more? So there are 3 subtopics about this. So limit your resume pages to 1 to 2 pages only. So meron ba dito sa inyo currently ang inyong resume ay more than 3 pages? So if it's more than 3 pages, probably it's not a resume, which I will be talking about. Ayan. And then keep the format simple. Contrary to the popular belief, kaming mga recruiters, we are not after your well-decorated resume. We are after a resume na kayang-kaya naming makita yung mga information easily. And then last is remove irrelevant information. So allow me to dig in more to each of these subtopics. Bakit less is more pagdating sa resume? Number one, limit your resumes to 1 to 2 pages only. Ayan. So sabi ni Mark, ang resume daw niya is 5 pages due to a lot of job experiences. Wow. So 5 pages. So I'll discuss with you why a resume should have 1 to 2 pages only. And paano natin siya mapapaikli. Alright. So there is what we call CV. So sometimes, a lot of times, we use resume and CV interchangeably. So sometimes, resume pala yung meron ka, pero you call your resume a CV. And sometimes naman, CV yung meron ka, but you call your CV a resume. So ako, na ano na ako yan, na biktima na ako yan. Sometimes I don't know how to call my profile. But just to give you a background, so a resume is a document that summarizes your career history, skills, and education. In short, it's just a summary. You don't need to put all of the details in each of your job employment or previous job employment, but you just need to summarize all of your skills, achievements, and your career history. So this is applicable to those applying for corporate jobs. Kasi nga, as I've mentioned before, usually in corporate jobs, fast-paced ang ating recruitment and we do not have a lot of time to check yung 10 pages of resume mo. Hindi na namin yan, 2 pages pa lang, 3 pages pa lang, hindi na namin yan mababasa. I-skip na namin yan most of the time. So we will just skip, especially if we have a lot of other applicants and profiles in our job portal. And then, while a CV is called curriculum vitae, or in English, course of life. So this is more detailed, more comprehensive. That describes the course of your academic and professional accomplishments. So probably yung kay Sir Mark, um, ano na siya, baka CV na yan, no? Kasi it's more, sorry, because it's more detailed and comprehensive. Now, usually, we use CV for those who are applying for jobs in academic setting, let's say research assistant or teacher ka, ayan. So, usually mas applicable si CV. Or for those who are applying for work abroad. But since our topic is resume making, we will focus on creating a resume. So again, pag resume, 1 to 2 pages only lang. You just have to summarize yung career history mo, skills, and education. Alright, and then, so as what I've mentioned, keep your format simple. As you can see here, sample, ayan, yung name niya ay naka-vertically positioned. So, bibigyan pa kami ng ng trabahong mga recruiters to bend our neck and read yung name mo. So, again, kaming mga recruiters, especially, ano na lang siguro, except na lang siguro if you are on the creative field, siguro kung graphic designer ka, marketing specialist. So, probably you can decorate your resume or design your resume ng maganda. Pero usually, kaming mga recruiters, we do not actually check kung ano bang color ng resume mo, kung ano bang itsura ng photo mo, dapat ba naka-side view, dapat ba full body or whatsoever. You just need to know kung again, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, we just need to get the information that we have. So designed, if it's overly designed, then it will be difficult for us to get the informations that we need. So, kung ikaw ay mayroong resume ngayon na overly designed resume at hindi naman ikaw nasa creative field, you might want to reconsider, uh, revising your resume. Right? But then again, wala naman masama. If you just want to, lagyan ng konting color, that will be fine. For as long as we can read your resume very clearly. And then next, so avoid oversharing irrelevant details. Okay, bigyan natin ng example. Give me your exact course or career. Sige nga, can you comment down below? What is your career right now? Human resources. Alright. BS accountancy. Okay, sample. Okay, so, kunwari, ang resume mo, ikaw ay isang accountant, at meron ka sa resume mo na yoga instructor. Wow! Tapos yung skills and hobbies mo, making people laugh. Eh, yan, sana all slay, sana all kayang magpasaya. Pero, is that relevant to your career? As an accountant, required ka bang magpasaya ng tao? Siguro somehow, di ba, that's a good skill, pero it's not relevant. Dapat ka bang mag-yoga as an accountant? Siguro kapag stress ka na, kapag year-end, no? Talagang kailangan mo mag-yoga to release stress. Pero that's not relevant to your resume or to your job. So might as well, if you have some irrelevant information sa iyong profile, you might consider to remove that kasi hindi naman namin yan masyadong kailangan. Unless na siguro you're a student, so maraming student ngayon inside this room or fresh graduate ka, and wala ka talaga malalagay na work experience. So that's understandable. Tapos, ang kaya mo lang ilagay na experience is that you're an MVP sa basketball or cheerleader ka sa dati mong school and you want to share that you are goal-oriented or siguro active ka as a student, pwede mo naman sigurong ilagay. But then again, if you have other work experiences or other skills that are more relevant, siguro ano mo na, just remove this from your resume. Again, we do not need this. So, space consuming lang, might as well remove. Alright? So next, again, so less is simple. Less is more. Alright, so number 2 tip, so this is more technical. make it applicant tracking system friendly. So who among you knows about ATS? Meron bang nakarinig na dito ng ATS? So you can make a reaction if meron na kayo, narinig niyo na yung ATS before. So mukhang wala, no? So this is more technical, pero ano to, this is a software. Ayan, so an applicant tracking system is a software tool designed to streamline and manage the recruitment process. So if you don't know, some companies, ito, ATS is becoming popular already here in the Philippines, especially for international companies and especially for those na may malaking employee size. So if you are aiming to get into an international company or malaking company, usually meron yan silang ATS. And I believe Integrated OS also has an ATS. So if you want to apply sa kanila, meron silang ATS. So ATS is a software tool, again, that us recruiters use to collate and collect and to gather all of the resume. So, maraming beses na siguro kapag nag-apply ka, hindi yan directly nakikita ng recruiters. So, yung resume mo, madalas, pumapasok yan sa system or sa ATS ng company. So, how do we screen kaming recruiter? So, we screen by typing in or searching for keywords based on your skills, qualifications, and criteria. So, para lang mas magets nyo, ganito yung itsura ng ATS. Okay. So how does an ATS work? So for example, kaming mga recruiters, there's a job vacancy. So what we will do is we will post sa different job portals. So JobStreet, Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn. And then, so kayo, as applicants, you will submit your profile, di ba? Or your resume. So kami, mga recruiters, hindi namin agad-agad yan makikita kasi papasok yan sa ATS namin. So si ATS magkakaroon ng resume parsing. So what is resume parsing? Ito yung pinaka-important part. The resume parsing, the ATS or the system is encoding details from your resume. So na-encode dito yung employment history mo, ina-encode yung name mo, education, and yung skills mo. Now, imagine mo na lang, if your resume is very complicated, maraming design, maraming kung anik-anik, do you think that the ATS will be able to read it? So, merong chance na hindi niya mababasa yun. And merong chance na kapag hindi nabasa at kapag kami ay nag-screen na ng applicant, kagaya ng sinasabi ko, ayan, kapag nag-shortlist na kami ng candidates, at kapag trinay namin screen, let's say nag-type kami ng skills nyo, pero dahil hindi ATS friendly yung resume mo, hindi lalabas yung resume mo or yung profile mo sa aming system, hindi yan mafi-filter out, and ang mangyayari, hindi na makikita yung resume mo forever. Hindi naman forever, pero hindi na makikita yung resume mo. Lesser chance to for your resume to pop up sa aming system. So, minsan maiisip mo, ang galing ko naman. Maganda naman yung resume ko. Kapili-pili naman ako. Bakit hindi ako natatawagan? So probably your resume is not ATS friendly and you're applying for a company na merong ATS. So ito, sample. Okay, check natin I want you to participate, to answer. So which one do you think is an ATS friendly resume? Is it letter A or letter B? Sige nga, check natin. Can you answer? Which one do you think is more resume friendly? Alright, very obvious, no? Letter B. Okay, so I know a lot of you have a resume which looks like letter A. Diba ako, meron akong resume na letter A yung itsura. Meron din akong resume na letter B. So ako, I actually have two kinds of resume. But if you are aiming to get into the company, the international or malaking company, usually may ATS. And I'm telling you, better for you to format your resume the ATS friendly version. So in this ATS friendly, there are no unnecessary divisions, there are no unnecessary logos, icons. You just need to input all of the um, yeah, your profile details. It's very simple, pero mababasa namin or the ATS will be able to read all of um, the details in your resume. Just make sure lang din na um, wala masyadong misspell or maling spelling kasi syempre kung maling spelling at nag-research kami ng keywords, di namin nababasa. Alright? So, pwede ka naman kayo mag-prepare ng 2 resumes. Tapos, you can submit both depending sa company na gusto nyong apply. If you think ATS friendly, then opt to prepare an ATS friendly resume. So, ask nyo ako, Miss Fatima, paano kami makakakuha ng format for ATS friendly resume? It's very Googleable. Pwede nyo i-Google, pwede nyo rin i-search sa Canva, ATS friendly resume. Ito lang yung just to give you some short background. Ayun yung itsura ng ATS friendly. So just put your contact information, profile summary. By the way, hindi na uso yung objectives. Profile summary na yung uso ngayon. So you just summarize what's in your resume. And then work experience, educational background, and then ito, very important, keyword of relevant skills. Ayan. So usually, that's how we research for applicants. Yung mga relevant skills nyo, we type it in the search box, and then kung sino yung may mga ganong skills sa kanilang resume, yun yung lalabas. So kaya dapat keywords lang. So example, ayan, ito yung mga sample keywords. So if fresher ka, tapos nag-a-apply ka sa social media, you can put social media, Photoshop, iMovie, if engineer ka naman, structural analysis, data modeling, programming, if HR ka, ayan, ETS, corporate law, talent acquisition, so on and so forth. But then again, tip lang, do not put a technical skill na maganda pakinggan. Put a technical skill na talagang meron kang skills. Baka naman ilagay mo dito, Mandarin speaker. Kasi, di ba, gusto mong ma-hire sa Chinese company. Tapos, kapag in-interview ka na, nilagay mo sa technical skills mo, Chinese speaking ka or Mandarin speaker ka, kapag pini-interview ka na, paano ka magsasalita? Anong sasabihin? Diba? No, ni hao ma, ni xing fao, ganon. Of course not. Of course, put something that, a technical skill that actually, talagang meron ka. Alright? Okay, and then, next tip. So again, second tip, make it ATS friendly. Third tip, choose the right format. Now, I will be talking about 3 different formats of your resume. So later, magpapakita tayo ng sample. But allow me to share it with you first. So there's what we call the chronological resume, resume format, which latest work experience first. So ang hina-highlight ng resume mo is your latest work experience down to your first experience. Now, yan yung pinaka-common and applicable to for applicants with consistent work history and same career choices. So kung ikaw ay isang call center agent at ang ina-applyan mo for all of your career history, call center agent ka at ang a-applyan mo ay call center agent pa din. So might as well or better for you to follow a chronological format ng resume. Yan. So, kung ikaw naman ay fresher, career shifter, let's say ikaw ay previously HR, pero gusto mo nang maging model, charot, gusto mo nang maging engineer, or gusto mo nang maging graphic designer. So, career shifters yung mga tawag dyan. Or ikaw ay may big ups with your employment. Let's say, nag-business ka for a couple of years, tapos gusto mo nang bumalik ulit sa corporate job, or ikaw ay fresh graduate. Functional or fresher format is best fit for you. So ano yung functional or fresher format? You focus on your skills and achievements rather than your work experience. Kasi nga, again, kung career shifter ka, syempre yung previous career mo doesn't have any relationship or any, parang not related with the one that you're applying for. Or if fresh graduate ka, wala ka namang malalagay na other work experience. So functional is best fit for you. And then combination naman, best for those who have a diverse skill set. So, kung ikaw ay maraming skills, iba't iba, let's say marunong ka sa IT, marunong ka sa engineering, marunong ka sa graphic designing, marunong ka sa teaching, and gusto mo mag-apply, let's say, sa IT lang. So, might as well you do combination wherein you highlight your strong work history and you highlight your um, strong skill set. So, ito yung example. Okay, chronological. Yan. So, after your contact information and profile summary, ang next mo na is your latest work experiences down to your first experience. So again, this is for applicants with consistent career history, educational background, and then keyword of relevant skill. Ganito naman kapag functional. Again, if fresher ka, fresh grad ka, career shifter ka, or may big gap ka with employment, so after profile summary, you might want to put your relevant skills first. Lagay mo muna yung relevant skills mo para yun yung una namin makita. Tapos yung most relevant work experience mo para yun yung ma-highlight. Tapos, educational background, and then if you also have affiliations or achievement, if student ka, kung ikaw ay may member ka or ikaw ay officer ng isang org, pwede mo ring ilagay yon. That's functional resume format. Okay? Ayan. So later, I will try to answer yung mga questions yon. No? Nakikita ko naman. I will try to answer. But let me go on first. Ayan. Combination. Pag combination naman, so you summarize your relevant skills, kung ano lang yung skills na applicable sa ina-applyan mo, and then down to your latest work experience to your first experience. So that's combination. Okay, so again, different category of applicant, different format is applicable for you. So now I just want to check if you're still here. Okay, which type of resume format is applicable for you? So, if chronological, if may consistent career choices ka, pwede kang mag-react ng heart. If functional, thumbs up. And if combination, smiley face. So, let me just see. Okay, ayan. So, marami sa inyong functional. Meron din naman chronological. Ayan. So, wala akong, ayan, merong isa na combination si Sir Mark. Ayan, so marami siyang skill set. Okay, thank you so much for those na nag-share. Ayan. So, again, after this, you might want to revise your resume. Okay. Next. Okay, so again, another third tip, create your format according to your category. Type as an applicant. And then optional tip ko sa inyo, make an online resume through LinkedIn. So why do you think so? Especially for highly technical position, let's say engineer, geodetic engineer, accountant, lawyer. So why? So the reason for that is um, sometimes there are recruiters like me, kung wala kami masyadong job applicants, o wala masyadong nag-a-apply sa amin, and very highly technical, we double check yung resume nyo sa LinkedIn. Just to check um, if talagang tama yung nasa resume nyo. Kasi minsan, di ba, may mga naglalay sa resume, o alam niyo yan. Sometimes, double check sa LinkedIn, tama ba yung mga nasa niya, contents ng resume niya. So, this is just an optional tip. You're free to create your own resume through LinkedIn or not. So, meron na ba dito? Meron na kayong LinkedIn? So, I assume, di ba, meron na kayong mga LinkedIn profile. That's a very important din. Ayan. So, meron na, iba sa inyo, meron ng LinkedIn. If wala pa, you can start creating your LinkedIn profile. Pampadami din yan ng network. Okay. So, quick recap lang. Less is more. Make it applicant tracking ATS friendly. Choose the right format. Create a LinkedIn resume. Okay, so additional tip. Putting a photo in the resume is optional, guys. So, hindi namin masyado tinitignan yung photo nyo. So, kayo bahala kung gusto nyo maglagay. Kasi, of course, we do not want to discriminate anyone based on your uh, face card. Ayan. So, ito lang yung huwag yung gagawin, guys. So, alam ko naman hindi nyo to gagawin, no? Number one, yung malaki yung picture. Siyempre, di ba? Kung siguro gusto nyo talagang ipakita yung mukha nyo, pwede naman. Pero, I'm not sure if may magko-call back sa inyo. Ito naman, full body picture. Siyempre, wag naman ganyan. But then again, optional ang paglalagay ng photo. And then, avoid blatant lying sa resume. So, nabanggit ko na yan kanina. Alright? So, that for the first part of our first part pa lang tayo and it's already 10 a.m. So I hope na marami kayo natutunan sa ating first part. So far ba, um I just need to know, meron ba kayo natutunan? Marami ba kayo natutunan sa ating first part? Alright, you can make a reaction. Thank you for those who reacted. Ayan. So now, okay, unting hinga. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now we will proceed with our interview preparation. So let's say, just imagine, na-revise mo na ang iyong profile, okay na, maganda na ang profile mo, at natawagan ka na, fortunately, ng iyong, um, ng isa sa mga companies na iyong in-applyan. In-invite ka na for an interview. So what are you going to do next? Of course, you do interview preparation. Now, for my tips, probably, alam nyo na ito, but more of a reminder. What are you going to do? What are you going to, what to research, what to practice, what to bring, and what to choose. Siguro yung iba sa inyo, meron kayong mga active applications at andun kayo sa phase na nasa interview preparations kayo. So what are you going to do? So first and foremost, very basic, very common, do your research of the company and the interviewer. Yan. So ano yung mga dapat yung i-research? Okay, so number one, company's nature of business, products, and services. Kaming mga recruiters, usually in the first part of the interview, we usually ask, what do you know about our company? And if ikaw, nag-research ka, alam mo kung ano yung business, alam mo yung products and services, that's a plus point for us because that means that talagang committed ka or talagang interesado ka sa aming company. So that's a plus point. Unlike kapag tinanong ka at sasabihin mo wala kang idea, then very obvious na hindi mo priority yung company na yun. Diba? And then number two, ito, very important for you to research about the company culture and work environment. So where do you think you can find this data, company culture and work environment? Ako usually, I research sa mga reviews. So, Glassdoor reviews, Indeed reviews, JobStreet reviews, sine-check ko yung reviews sa company just for me to have an idea ano ba yung company culture, toxic ba? Maganda ba yung company culture? Okay ba? Does it fit sa aking values? So, very important for you to research para din magkaroon ka ng idea, okay ba sa akin yung culture ng company? Para kapag in-interview ka na, you will be able to inquire more sa recruiter yung company culture nila. Ayan. And then, job-specific information, of course, you will be asked about your skills as compared to the hinahanap nilang job responsibilities. You also might want to research about it. And then last, research about the interviewer. Why do you think? Very important. If kilala mo lang naman kung sino yung magiging interviewer mo. Syempre, hindi naman all the time kilala mo kung sino. Pero if kilala mo, bakit kailangan may pag-stalk? And why do you think? Anyone? Okay. So why? Kasi sometimes when you research about them sa LinkedIn or sa Facebook, may makakita kang anything related with you and the interviewer. You might want to low-key share that similarities nyo nung interviewer sa interview. Huwag mo naman ipilit, di ba? Gawin mo namang smooth. Pero kasi sometimes when you share something similar to the interviewer, unconsciously or subconsciously, si interviewer magkakaroon ng parang positive vibe or positive feeling towards you kasi meron kayong similarities. So that's a plus point. Okay, so ano yan? Mga low-key tips para makuha mo yung loob ng interviewer. Research about them, tapos find something na related sa'yo, tapos you can just share that low-key or parang smoothly during the interview. Ayan. So that's a tip. And the number two, do a mock interview. Ano yung mock interview? Practice interview. Okay, kung meron kang friends or family members na pwede kang mag-practice ng interview mo, gawin mo, okay? That will boost your confidence. That will help you, hindi ka mag-cram or kabahan kapag nasa interview ka na. Pero ito guys, listen to me. Major, major tip when practicing for an interview. When you practice for an interview, do not memorize a script, guys. Especially those na nakita mo sa Google. Naku, wag. Okay? Marami sa inyo, ako na-experience ko na to as a recruiter. Kapag may tinanong ako, tell me about yourself or tell me why do you think you are best fit for this position. Sobrang dami kong naririnig na interviewee with the same answer. Very general answer. Nakuha nila sa Google, nakuha nila sa TikTok, and it's not something personal to them. So kapag ganyan, ako as a recruiter, especially if yung recruiter niya talagang, di ba, very inquisitive as a person. So may isip namin, pre-practice niya lang to. Nakuha niya lang to sa Google. So when you do a mock interview, make it genuine, applicable to you, something personal to you. Pwede mo namang kung merong talagang kailangan mo i-memorize, you can memorize, but then again, make it personal. Pwede mo sigurong gawing inspiration yung nasa Google, pero wag mong kuhanin lahat. Kasi kami mga interviewers or recruiters, paulit-ulit na naming naririnig, hindi na siya something appealing sa amin. Okay, guys? So make it, when you do a mock interview, how you practice, okay, that's good, but make it something personal to you. Right? Next, handle logistics. So, syempre, magkaiba yung mga kailangan mong i-prepare if F2F or online. So, kapag F2F, ayan yung mga dapat yung i-prepare. Resume, pen, ito, very important, breath spray. Syempre, minsan, di ba, matagal ka maghihintay. So, magugutom ka, kailangan mo ng snacks, at kailangan mo din i-freshen up yung iyong breath para hindi naman tayo magkahiluhan, no? And then, pag online interview, check stable internet connection, microphone, working camera, professional and neat background, and quiet environment para hindi ma-distract si interviewer. And then last thing to prepare, choose an outfit. Okay. So, depende yan kung online or face-to-face. So, your first impression is very important to us. So, if neat ka, presentable ka, that will be a plus point for you. So, minsan, pwede mong tanungin, kapag in-invite ka for an interview, ma'am, ano ba yung required attire? So, minsan, sasabihin nila, smart casual. So, pag smart casual, you can just wear a blouse, neutral colored pants, and then adult shoes. Kapag business casual, yan yung medyo may coat ka na, pero somehow casual pa din. Pero magkakaroon ka ng coat. Ayan. And then, kapag business formal, ayan yung talagang very formal attire. So, you just have to ask your, the applicant or the recruiters, ano ba yung dapat na attire for you. Okay? So, wag kang pupunta doon na para kang bibili ng suka sa tindahan. Of course, hindi naman magandang tignan. Okay? Pag-preparean mo din. And then, siguro, kung ikaw ay online, nakaupo ka lang, hindi ka naman tatayo, pwede na ito. Okay? Basta maganda pakak ang iyong makeup, maayos. Okay? Kung lalaki ka, basta hindi naman siguro gulo-gulo yung buhok. At pwede ka nang mag-shorts. Ayan, kung Pikachu man yung shorts mo, or batas-batas yung shorts mo, okay lang. But make it a point na maayos yung itsura mo right now. Itsura mo sa screen. Alright? So, that's the tip. So, again, quick recap. Do your research of the company and the interviewer. Do a mock interview. And later, kung gusto nyo makakuha ng tips kung paano, ano yung mga ipapractice yung questions, I will discuss that with you. Handle logistics and choose an outfit. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, bago tayo we go to part 3, which of these 3 or which of these 4 are you going to do right now after this webinar? What do you think? Ano yung pinaka nakuha niyong idea in this part 2? Anyone, can you share? Okay. Research about the company. Yes. Okay. So, important yan ha. Tapos yung additional tip natin, research about the interviewer, you can also do that. Alright. Okay. Do a mock interview. Yes. Mock interview is important. It will gain your confidence. Alright. Thank you so much for those who answers. Paki-elaborate po yung handle logistics. So when I say handle logistics, again, yung mga dapat mong i-prepare kapag face-to-face interview, ano ba yung mga dapat mong i-prepare? Sige, balikan natin very, very light. Sorry. Ayan yung mga dapat mong i-prepare. Resume, syempre, pen. Yung commute route, para hindi ka maligaw, snacks and bread spray. Handle mo na yan. Ibig sabihin, i-prepare mo na. Tapos sa online interview naman, ito rin naman yung mga dapat i-prepare. Para kapag before the interview, hindi ka na mangangarag. Or during the interview, hindi ka na mangangarag at magkaka-problem. Right? So, I hope that you're learning a lot, no? Sa ating first part and second part. So now, ito na yung ko, excited about the job interview tips. Let's say you will be interviewed na. Nako, this is a very important one. Kasi kahit gaano kaganda yung resume mo at kahit gaano ka nag-prepare for the job interview, syempre, ang titignan pa din is your performance during the job interview. Okay, so are you ready? But before I give you my tips, which is very technical then, ano muna tayo? Quick icebreaker. So I want to know, anong klaseng job interviewee ka? What kind of job applicant or job interviewee ka? Ako as recruiter, na-experience ko nang makakita ng different kinds of applicants. So, tignan natin. Ano ka? Ikaw ba yung detail-oriented planner? Ibig sabihin, kapag ini-interview ka, kapag tinanong ka, what are your skills? Talaga namang sasabihin mo from down to the last detail. At kapag tinanong ka, do you have questions? Talagang tatanungin mo lahat ng kailangan mong tanungin, every detail. Si research professional naman, si number 2, yan naman yung mga nonchalant, isang tanong, isang sagot. Do you think you can handle the task? Yes. Ganun lang siya. Ayan. Si number 3, yan yung mga confident leader, yung kaya mong dalhin yung sarili mo. Hindi naman ibig sabihin yan, hindi ka kinakabahan na, pero kaya mo dalhin. Experience ka na, so you can do it. Ayan. And then si enthusiastic learner, kapag tinanong ka, ang usual answer mo is that you are very much eager to learn. And then C5, ito naman yung mga very sociable, ginawang kumare at kumpadre ang interviewer, and very good in establishing rapport. At si number 6, nako, naging ganito tayo lahat. Okay, are you the nervous Nelly? Kapag nandun ka na, lahat ng prepare mo, nalilimutan mo na. Kasi kinakabahan ka. Ayan, so let me check. So, 1 week, ayan, tingnan natin. So, si Riza ay 5. Ayan, si Rima ay 6. So, nervous. Si number 2 naman, ayan. So, si Bernard ay reserved. Ayan, nonchalant. Ayan. And then si Shikaina, wow, sociable. Ayan, so magaling rumapor. Okay, and then, okay, thank you for sharing. Ayan si Dayan, 4 and 6. Okay, so if lahat naman tayo, di ba, minsan nagiging 6, nagiging nervous. So, ngayon, sa ating mga tips, I'll give you these tips. You can prepare, do a mock interview para hindi ka na maging nervous na. Para maging confident ka na as a person. Now, this is how you build your brand. Kanina sinabi ko, in interview, you have to build your brand. So, how are you going to build your brand as an interviewee? So now, so let's go to the tip. So I have major 5 tips. I actually have a lot of tips, but with the interest of time, due to the limited time, I can only give you 5 major job interview tips. Are you ready? Okay, so first tip. Okay, so sa mga tips ko pala, I will give some common job interview questions then that you can answer. Ayan. So ito, number one tips, smile and make eye contact. And I put this as the first tip because this is very important. Your personality is very important for us. Imagine, put yourself in our shoes as a recruiter. Papasok ka sa interview. Tapos, nakasimangot ka. Wala kang, parang wala kang gana. Ano ka, para kang masungit ka pa. Baka meron pa sa inyo nagsusungit. So, if you do not smile and you do not make eye contact, if para ka laging kinakabahan, or that will affect your performance, that will affect our impression of you. So the first thing, kahit kinakabahan ka, learn how to smile, learn how to make eye contact. That's very important. Okay, and that's how you will get us. So isipin mo na lang, kapag dalawa kayong applicant, pinamimilian, parehas kayo ng skills, parehas kayo ng qualifications, but who we will choose, choose namin is someone na may better personality than the other. So again, smile and make eye contact. And then second, show, don't tell. So ano ibig sabihin yan? May performance ba sa interview? Kailangan mo bang showcase ang iyong performance? Of course not. So what I'm just trying to say is that when you're being asked, you do not impose kung sino ka as an interviewee. You show us. Okay, question. What do you think is the most common interview question na laging tinatanong sa first part? Very common to. Give one very common interview question. I'll share with you. Tell me about yourself. Correct. Ayan. Yun yung unang tanong. Tell me about yourself. Ayan, nakatama yung isa. And why should we hire you? Ito yung mga klase ng question wherein you have to show who you are. And don't tell. Sometimes kasi, di ba, okay, when you're asked, tell me about yourself, ano yung usual answer nyo? Ito, minsan nakakita ko sa TikTok, nagbibigay ng tips yung ibang TikTokerist or TikToker, tapos hindi naman yun yung tama. So guys, watch TikTok at your own risk. Hindi lahat na nakikita nyo ay tama. Sometimes when you're asked, tell me about yourself, yung iba, ang sinasabi is, yung nasa resume na, sasabihin, hi, I'm Fatima, um, my educational background is this, my work experience is this. So, huwag mo nang sabihin yun kasi kita na namin yun sa resume mo eh. Okay, yung iba naman, ang sagot dito, tell me about yourself, ang sasabihin mo, I'm a hardworking type of person. I'm goal-oriented. I'm a very active person. I'm very much willing to learn. So don't tell us who you are. Kasi hindi namin paniniwalaan yan just by you telling us that you're a hardworking person. So, how are you going to answer? Tell me about yourself. So one thing, share one interesting or relevant fact about you and the position na ina-apply. But don't make it too long. So for example, you want to share that you are a hardworking person. Hindi mo sasabihin na I'm a hardworking person. You will share this. Okay, for example, ako, I will share. Kunwari lang to I want to say that I'm a hardworking person. So, I can write on my previous experiences. So, sabihin ko that I came from a poor family and I saw my siblings or my family really struggled with our basic needs. And so I make it a point that I will strive hard and do my best to do my best at work and become a successful person in terms of my career and in my life in order for me. So something like that. Okay. And then you do not share na hardworking ka, pero based from the relevant fact about you, marirealize namin interviewer na, hardworking siya kasi, di ba, ano siya talagang ginawa niya yung best niya para makapagtapos, para maging successful. So that's one tip. Or kung gusto mo sabihin na goal-oriented type of person ka, you can bank on your experience. In any of your experience na ipinakita mo goal-oriented ka, yan, so you can share that previously, uh, let's say you want to share that leader ka, may leadership potential ka, you can share your leadership experience that you were able to lead a team in your church or in your school. So, ganyan. But don't make it too long naman, no? So, again, do not show, do not tell, show. Ganun din kapag, why should we hire you? Don't tell them that you are hardworking. Don't tell them that you are eager to learn. Share relevant achievement or share one relevant fact about you na maiisip namin na, ganito siya as a person. Okay? So, ayan. So if again, if you're being asked about tell me about yourself or why should we hire you, think think of something relevant about you na gusto mong i-emphasize. Okay? So again, wag scripted, wag gugabol, make it something personal and share it with the interviewee. And I'm telling you, if ganun yung answer mo, makukuha mo yung loob namin as a recruiter. Okay, so share one personal fact about it. Interesting and relevant to your career. Okay? Okay, next. Be honest. Now, I know as an applicant, may tendency ka na maging too good to be true, best foot forward. Kahit hindi naman talaga yun yung yung skills mo, sasabihin mo para lang maipasa ka or makapasa ka. So, of course, as much as possible, please be honest. No, you can use euphemism naman, or you can reword your answers on a better tone. So, ito yung mga sample questions that will showcase your honesty or that will test your honesty. What are your weaknesses? Ano yung usual answer dito? Ito yung mga googleable answer. Ito, lagi ko tong naririnig, guys. Huwag yun nang i-answer to sa susunod, ah. Naririnig ko, what are your weaknesses? Ang sagot, I'm a very hard working person. Sometimes I do OT because, I cannot control myself, but I really want to work, work, work. Ay, sana all. Eh di slay. Eh di ikaw na talagang anak ng tagapagmana ng kumpanya. Lagi kong naririnig yan. I overly work myself. Now, I know some of you are really like that. So, if you're really like that, and then say it. Okay? Pero if hindi ka naman ganun, kung hindi ka naman talaga mahilig mag-OT as a person, pero gusto mo lang magpakitang gilas, don't share it na. Okay, be honest. So share one of your areas to improve that doesn't cast doubt on your overall competence. Ako when I'm asked about my weaknesses, I would share sample lang. 'Di ba, HR ako. So I would share I'm not very good with calculations or in mathematics. But I make it a point that that I am improving my skills in Excel so that even though I'm not good with manual calculation, I can still provide accurate computations and calculations of payroll through my Excel skills. That's a fact about me. Hindi ako nagsinungaling na mahilig ako mag-OT. Pero, does that question my overall competency? No, kasi HR ako, hindi ko kailangan maging magaling mag-compute. At sinabi ko din doon, ano yung dapat kong ini-improve, which is my Excel skill for me to be able to put up with my weakness. So, do you get my point, guys? Do you get it? So, you can be honest. So, wag na kayong magsabi ng mga nasa TikTok or nasa Google na, I'm a very hardworking person. Kahit hindi naman. Diba? So, again, be honest, but use euphemism. Okay? Alright. And then next, why did you leave your previous job? Ayan, ito. Lagi din ako nakakarinig dito na, because I want a greener pasture. Wow, greener pasture. Ano ka, farmer? Lagi kong naririnig yan, guys. O kaya, I want to improve my skills more. I want to be exposed to another industry. So, sometimes yun naman talaga yung reason. And it's okay to share that. But what I'm just trying to say is that, madalas, hindi naman talaga yun yung reason. Tapos, kapag magaling mag-probe si recruiter or kapag nag-background check na siya, malalaman niya hindi naman pala yun yung reason mo. So, matatag ka pa as sinungaling. So, you can be an honest applicant. You can share honestly kung ano talaga yung reason mo. But, frame it positively and avoid bad mouthing your previous. So, siguro, one example of that. So again, I'm not giving you a script here, ah. You have to make it personalized. Kaya hindi ako nagbibigay ng actual sagot. So example na lang sa akin, why did I leave my previous job? Sabihin ko na, well, in my previous job, it has becoming like a toxic environment. Doesn't align with the values that I have. And I've been in the company for 3 years already, so I think it's time for me to look for some companies that actually that is actually aligned with my values. So kapag tinanong nila, syempre may intriga yan, bakit? Ano bang meron? So you can just share, but never badmouth your previous employer. Kahit ka badmouth, no? So, ano mo pa din, refrain from badmouthing. Kasi if you badmouth naman, syempre, we will think na, you will also do that sa amin if i-hire ka. So again, share a genuine reason. If sasabihin mo sa amin that you want cleaner pasture or you just want to learn, hindi kami naniniwala. May times na hindi na kami masyadong naniniwala kasi paulit-ulit yung answer. Lagi naming naririnig sa pare-parehas na ito. Pero kung yun naman talaga yung, ano mo, yung reason mo, then no harm to share. But again, make it genuine. Okay? Don't make it like a scripted, bookable answer. Okay? Alright? So again, be honest. Next, ito, be relatable. So again, you might want to get yung loob ng inyong recruiter. So be relatable. Ano yung mga usual question dyan? How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations? And then, what motivates? So ito na yung time mo to make it relatable na mag-a-agree si interviewer sa'yo. You can share something that actually stressful for you, pero think of something then that uh, the interviewer can personally relate. Ano yung mga usual stressful situation ba? Ayan. Ano yung usual stressful situation yung boss mo? Minsan, di ba, stressful yan. So, share something relatable. But use euphemism. Euphemism ako ng euphemism. What is euphemism? Meaning, you put positive tone to it. So, isipin mo, ano kaya yung medyo relatable na even the interviewer can relate with me, especially kung parehas kayo ng, bawa si interviewer, accountant ka, kasi yung nag-i-interview sa'yo is head of the accountant. Ano yung usual stressful sa accountant, sa mga accountant? Deadlines. So, share something. Tapos, how are you going to deal with it? So, nasa sa'yo na yun, how. Pero make it relatable to the interview. Siyempre, kapag relatable yung sa interviewer, may isip namin, yes, that's correct, that's what we're also experiencing. Plus points yun sa inyo. And then what motivates you? Be specific and genuine and related to your role. So, ano ba talaga yung nag-motivate sa'yo? And then you can also make it relatable. Usually naman, di ba yung motivation, it's a relatable thing. Sometimes it's your family, you have to provide for your family. Sometimes because you want to really learn and enhance your skills, or you really want to mag-ambag sa lipunan. So, just make it relatable. Then. Okay? And then next, tip number 5. Okay, this is my last major tip. Know your worth. You are investing yourself here right now. You should invest in yourself and you should know your worth. So ano yung mga questions that will ask about your worth? What is your expected salary? Lagi yan tinatanong. So, meron sa inyo mag-a-answer. Siyempre, yung iba, sasabihin nyo talaga ano yung range, di ba? O, ito yung ano ko, expected salary ko. Yung iba naman sasagot, kayo ba ma'am, ano ba yung kaya nyong ibigay? Usually, I do not like that answer. Yung answer na, kayo po, ano pong, magkano po ba? Yung mga ganyan, I do not like that answer because number one, especially if sa job ad, kita naman kung magkano yung range namin, we assume na nag-apply ka sa job ad namin knowing na alam mo yung job range namin. So dapat when you're being asked about the expected salary, consider your value and express flexibility. So when you say express flexibility, you can make a range. So for example, ang nakalagay sa job ad is 50, sana all, no? 50,000 to 70,000. Sana all tao, sana all may ganyang sahod. So kapag nakalagay 50,000 to 70,000, huwag mo sasabihin na, kayo ma'am, ano bang gusto mo? Kasi parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung worth mo kapag yun yung sagot mo. So share, magkano? You can say, usually range ng magkano, ay you can just share probably around 65 to 70,000. You can just share. And then know your value. Do not oversell yourself. Kasi sometimes, di ba, dahil gustong-gusto mong lumaki yung sahod mo, which I understand, you're living here in the Philippines. So gusto mong lumaki yung sahod mo. But sometimes, alam mo naman na masyado mong ino-oversell yung sarili mo. So mag-a-ask ka ng 70,000, pero wala ka naman palang experience dun sa job na in-applyan mo or limited lang naman pala yung experience. So, kapag ganon, syempre, malaki yung tendency na hindi ko yung mapipili kahit pa gusto ka namin, pero hindi namin kaya yung salary mo. Ibig sabihin, hindi at par yung budget namin sa ine-expect. May tendency na hindi ka namin makukuha. So, don't oversell naman. But then again, don't undersell yourself. So when we say undersell, just for you to, para ano ka na lang, dahil tinatamad ka na, pagod ka na maghanap, i-undersell mo na. Sige ma'am, okay na yung 15K. Kahit alam mo na kaya mo mag 30K o yung worth mo pang 30K. So don't undersell naman. So, gets ko na medyo mahirap talaga maghanap ng work, pero meron kang mahahanap dyan that knows your worth. Okay? Next. Ayan, what if hindi nakalagay yung salary range? O, merong mga ganyan, gets ko. Pag hindi nakalagay, and then just share. Share mo lang magkano talaga yung expected salary mo. Okay? Share yung magkano yung expected. And then, if you want to be flexible, share. Halimbawa, hindi mo alam. Ako, I'll share. My expected salary is 50,000 pesos, but it's still negotiable. It depends on the salary range and your budget. So, if you could share me your budget, then probably we can negotiate. But my starting point is 50,000. You can just say that. Okay? So, ganon. Share, share your expected salary, but express some flexibility. Okay. Next is, what are your expectations in your company? So, syempre, pag tinanong ka na yan, focus on aligning your expectations with the company's needs and highlighting how you can add value to the company. So, ito na, pwede mo ring sabihin dito ano yung mga ina-expect mo. Kasi syempre, as an applicant, alam mo din dapat kung ano yung deserve mo. Diba? So, you share ano yung expectations mo. But again, don't over-expect. Kasi baka naman ma-pressure si interviewer sa'yo. Baka sabihin mo, ina-expect ko sa employer ay meron akong free Grab transportation every day. Ina-expect ko na hindi ako pag-OT-hen. Ina-expect ko. So, wag naman super OA. But then again, don't provide some under expectation. So for example, talagang very important sa'yo, your value as an applicant, very important sa'yo yung wala kang Saturday, Sunday work kasi nag-church ka or meron kang school. So you share your expectation. Okay, you know your worth. Para, syempre, magka-alignan din kayo nung interviewer. Okay, kung ano ba talaga yung kaya mo. Okay, is it okay to demand for the salary? Anong ibig sabihin ng demand? Pwede siguro that, for example, 50,000 or 20,000 lang talaga yung kaya mo. That's the lowest that you can receive. Then you can be, upfront about it. This is the lowest that you can, something like that. So, kasi kung hindi naman talaga kaya ng mas mababa, then you can freely share. Ayaw mo naman, 'di ba, na paasahin sila na kaya mong i-accept yung gano'ng salary tapos kapag job offer na hindi mo naman talaga i-accept. So, you can just share. Pero kung when you say you have to demand, kung hindi talaga nila kaya, nag-usap na kayo na, "Ma'am, out of budget," then it's really up to you kasi, um it's really up to you nga. Kung yun talaga lang yung kaya mo, hindi talaga nila kaya, then maybe you're not for each other. You're not meant for each other. Okay? So, okay lang yun. Try again. Look for a company na kaya kang i-compensate. Alright? What is the proper response if you do not want to share your current salary? Um, you could just say that it's still confidential, but this is the range. You can just share the range of the salary na meron ka. Because that will be helpful din naman sa aming recruiters if alam namin yung range. So you can just share it. Okay. Ayan. So yeah, so that's the 5 major tips. Smile and make eye contact. Show, don't tell. Be honest, be relatable, and know your worth. So siguro another other tips that I can give you. Talk clearly and on a moderate speed. Huwag ka naman yung super bilis magsalita, hindi na namin maintindihan para ka nag-rap like this, ganyan. Talk clearly, hinga ng malalim, ayan, para maintindihan namin. And then when you did not understand the question, ask to repeat. You do not want to answer a question na hindi mo naintindihan. Eh, so okay lang ipa-repeat, lalo na kung online at may problem sa internet connection. And then last is avoid arguing with the interviewer. Ayaw mo naman makipagtalo sa interviewer kasi nga you're trying to sell yourself. Ayaw mo naman makipag-away, yung ikaw na yung nagre-request ng budget, iba na yung ibang topic na yun. So, ikaw na yung nag-sell ng self mo, so you do not want to argue with the interview. Alright? So actually, that's it. That's my tips. I hope that you've learned a lot. So, ano ka lang, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, not every company will be the right fit, but the right one will recognize your value. So I hope na marami kayong natutunan today from designing your resume, interview preparations, and job interview tips. And I hope that ma-apply nyo yon. But then again, kahit ma-apply nyo yon, not everyone will recognize. But the right one will recognize your value. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. I think, okay, I will be giving the floor to Stephanie.
Thank you, Ms. Fatima, for that
Thank
very informative and insightful discussion. And yeah, um, regarding how to prepare a resume, regarding to prepare for an interview and ace the job interview. No, but before we move forward, ma'am, we have some questions, no, regarding the chats from our participants. So if ever I can share with you some questions, no, wait lang po. Check ko yung
All
pinaka,
right. So is the floor still open for questions?
yes po. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to share that I'm very happy that we have 100% retention rate. We started like around 70
70.
something and we're
Mm-hmm.
still
70.
79 inside. Well, thank you for staying with me. I know na more than an hour na akong chumichika dito, but I'm happy that you are still here. Okay.
Yes. So, to sum up, no, ma'am, yung mga pinaka-tips na na-get namin from your presentation is first regarding market yourself, regarding the resume, no. First tip is less is more. Make it ATS friendly, choose the right format, create a LinkedIn resume, and I hope guys that you parang gawin niyo rin to when regards pag gumagawa kayo ng resume, no? And then with the part two, with the job interview preparation, research about the company and job specification, siyempre handle logistics, ito yung mga how to prepare before you parang pumunta ka regarding dun sa interview or online interview, and choose your best outfit, no?
Okay.
And last part is regarding with the actual interview, smile and eye contact. So don't tell. Pinaka-important for me as well is be honest, be
Mhm.
relatable, and know your worth. Ito yung last is know your worth talaga, no, with regards in marketing yourself to the employer. So, go guys, open pa yung floor natin for questions. And eto ma'am, may question si Faith regarding when to reach out with the recruiter to know if you are hired or not.
Okay. So usually, thank you so much for that question. No? Usually, we appreciate as recruiters kapag kayong mga applicants during the interview, before mag-end yung interview, i-ask nyo na si recruiter, ma'am, what's the timeline for me to know kung hired ba ako or not? Para magkaroon ka din ng idea, ilang days ba? Kasi sometimes, or maraming recruiters, kapag hindi ka hired or hindi ka shortlisted, hindi ka na yan babalikan. So, siyempre nakaka-sad naman yun, 'di ba, na hindi mo na alam na maghihintay ka sa wala, especially if gustong-gusto mo. So, during the interview pa lang, before mag-end, mag-request ka na, "Ma'am, or sir, how many days shall I wait before ko ma-receive yung, feedback?" Or, um, how many days yung dapat kong hintayin para message ako sa inyo to ask about the status of my application. So you can ask. So iba't iba kasi yan eh. There are may mga companies na um, mabilis yung hiring. So mabilis mo din malalaman yung sagot. Meron namang iba medyo it takes a while. So, just learn how to ask. So, wala namang problem. Now, tapos kung hindi ka pa rin nakaka-receive ng update from them, then you can just really message them through email or SMS kung whatever man yung platform na nagko-communicate. So, yeah. Okay.
Ayan, Miss Fatima, BPM daw po yung ano, mga
Questions.
questions. I
Alright,
think you
sige.
can ano po, answer some po kahit mga two na lang po before
Okay.
we ano po.
Sige. I'll check na lang based from the ano ha, the um, pagkakasunod-sunod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From the employer or HR end, is it unprofessional po ba to address them in the application letter or resume ng Dear Sir Ma'am, if lately lang po nalaman yung employer na babae or lalaki pala? Wala naman. No, it's not unprofessional. So ang question niya is, hindi niya alam kung sino yung kausap niya, kung lalaki or babae. So, kaya ang ilalagay is Dear Ma'am or Sir. Walang problem. We do not take it personally. So business ano lang tayo as usual. For most of us, we do not. Okay. What if 2015 pa yung last relevant work? So you might want to use the format, functional format wherein ang i-highlight mo is yung relevant skills mo. 'Di ba? May mga format tayo. So probably itong question na to is yung hindi pa natin na-discuss yung format. So you might want to use the functional resume format wherein you will highlight your skills rather than your experience. So what format of resume do you recommend for freelancers? It depends kasi sa freelancing eh. Kasi for example, if VA ka, pero pare-parehas naman yung experience mo, VA naman, consistently, then you might want to use the chronological. Pero kung iba't iba yung freelancer experience mo, VA ka, or minsan iba din naman yung line of work, then you might also want to check yung functional work experience. Okay. Eto, hi ma'am, what is the recruiter's impression for a career gap in a resume? Is there a maximum or minimum months or years that a recruiter would consider? Well, generally, ako as a recruiter, I usually ask, why is there a big gap? Because usually meron naman yung valid reason. So, for example, matagal ka nag-business, So that's a valid reason. So of course, we will consider that. Hindi naman siya red flag sa amin, but then again, we will consider. If super tagal na nung gap mo, ang number one na i-consider namin dyan is how up to date are you in terms of your skills and your knowledge sa trabaho. So, yun, hindi naman siya talaga generally red flag. So, we just want to know bakit ka may big gap in your recruitment. Okay. Is it fine or ethical to share your current compensation? What if my previous salary is 75K plus, but applying for a position with lower budget range? It's fine and it's ethical to share your current compensation. Actually, that would be appreciated nga eh, kasi at least alam namin, di ba, what what to offer to you. So kung medyo mababa yung lower range, just explain na lang sa kanila bakit ka willing mag-accept ng mas mababang salary range. Kasi minsan, meron akong other interviewees or applicants na mataas yung sahod nila kasi nasa ibang bansa sila that time. Pero dahil lumipat na sila, bumalik sila sa Philippines at alam naman natin mas mababa yung offer sa Philippines, kaya okay silang magbaba ng sahod. So okay lang. Okay, okay lang naman basta valid yung reason ba't gusto mong magbaba. Okay, ng sahod. Okay, next.
Sige po, last question, ma'am.
Last, meron ba?
Meron po.
Ayan. If it okay po, demand, I need a 1 month render. Is there a way na ma-shorten yung rendering time? So actually, the question is, wala masyadong kinalaman sa resume making, but allow me to answer. So, according to Dol, ayan, naging ano na tayo, labor law compliance, naging consultant na ako. It's okay. So, just to, ano lang, quickly answer, according to labor code, the employer has the right to require the employee na mag-render for 30 days. Okay, especially if wala kang kapalit. Pero, if gusto mo mapa-shorten, then you can just really ask the employer or your boss na pwede bang i-shorten. And then if they agree, then you can shorten it. Pero pag sinabi nilang bawal, hindi, because nasa policy natin yan, then you have to comply with that. Okay? So I think that's the last question. I know that you have some questions pa in your mind. Probably we can personally connect and you can just reach out to me through my LinkedIn account. It's Fatima Desene Habagat, or you can just message me sa aking Facebook account. It's Fimi Desene Habagat. So that is all. Thank you
Yes.
everyone and thank you
Thank you, Miss
integrated
Fatima.
OS.
Mag-awarding lang po tayo, no, for
Okay.
ano po. But before that, I'd like to mention that we will be having a little surprise for the attendees, no, na nagstay po sa ating Zoom webinar. So, there you go. So, thank you again, Miss Fatima, for your time and for your insightful tips on how to do resume making and ace our job interviews, no? So, certification of appreciation. The certificate is proudly present to Ms. Fatima Decena Habagat in recognition of her invaluable contribution as a guest speaker during the Integrated OS Resume-making webinar held on August 30, 2024 via Zoom. Her detailed and practical insights on resume building techniques significantly enhanced our understanding and provided participants with essential tools for career success. We greatly appreciated her dedication, expertise, and the time she invested to share her knowledge on this critical topic with us. So yeah, thank you, Miss Fatima, for again for your time given to us and share your knowledge with our participants today. And we will be sharing to you yung mga questions and if ever we'll share them to them po again your LinkedIn account po. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Integrated OS. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So as we move forward, sorry po, pwede po ba daw ma'am picture lang? Sorry.
Sure, sure. Sige.
Ayan.
Alright.
Puwedeng ayan, puwede na rin pong mag-on cam yung iba, ayun.
Wow, it's good to see the faces of our
Dami. Thank you,
participants.
guys. So, almost parang mga 50% din yung nandito sa mga nag-pre-reg. Okay. Go, Riza, let us know po if magsa-smile kami. Okay. Game. Page 1. Go, guys. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next. Isa pa daw. On cam po. Miss Micah, Miss Eliza, Patrick, Andre, Harold, Justine. Nag-roll call. Okay, game again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cha-ching! Next page. Ay, mga naka-off. Okay, game. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next page. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last po. Smile. Okay. Yun. Thank you po. And yeah, ayan, dahil nagstay kayo sa aming webinar today, we have a little surprise for you. But before that, kindly scan our QR code, integrated OS website and our careers page, no? To see all our openings para din makapag ng resume and ma-apply niyo yung mga natutunan niyo today. Kung wala lang naman kayong work, okay lang naman. Okay, sorry, Faith. Sige, lalakihan namin later. Sige, ma'am, next page po. Tanan, we have a raffle for you. So thank you for staying with us until now. So for the raffle mechanics, to participate in our exclusive raffle, simply put your new skills to the test after applying the tips and the best practices discussed today by our speaker. Follow the steps below, no? So first, polish your resume, update your resume incorporating the key strategies you learned today, and remember, this is your chance to stand out. And then next, submit your resume. So once you're satisfied, head over to our careers page, which is later we'll be flashing it na mas malaki, no? And click the resume making. Nakapin siya doon sa aming website, advertisement. So you can easily submit by scanning the QR code provided. Ito yon yung aming careers page. And then stay connected. Winners will be notified via email. So keep an eye on your email box. Make sure to check your email regularly for updates and announcements. And also stay updated by following our social pages for more exciting opportunities and important updates. So keep your lines open. Don't miss out the opportunities or any news. No. So note that rest assured that all your information will be handled with utmost confidentiality. Our aim is to expand our talent pool, opening doors to new opportunities for everyone involved. So your participation is welcome upon consent and we strictly, sorry nawala ako. So we strictly adhere to Data Privacy Act of 2012 safeguard your information. So there you go. So, ito yung aming QR code for the careers page. Yung careers page, yung pwede nyong i-scan para direct po kayo with our integrated OS careers website. You can also scan din naman itong integrated OS website and then may makikita kayong careers tab and then you can that para mag-land kayo sa aming careers webpage. So, can I have some thumbs up po if nagawa po nila yung steps and nagets po nila? Ayan. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Ayan, sinend din po namin sa chat box yung ating link for careers. So, make sure that you'll pass all your resumes po doon sa nakapin na advertisement. Sige, ayan. You can save it din po para later magawa nyo yung step, no? And if ever, we will be sharing din po yung recording, no? Netong ating seminar today, or webinar, sorry. Okay, I think nag-give na yung iba and I think na gawa na nila yung step, no? So, also, we'll be sharing some post-webinar survey. Ayan yung ating link for post-webinar survey. Dito din po kami be-base for the certification, no, if ever. But, yeah, we'll see po if onte or madami po yung makapag-post webinar survey. But, yeah, you can scan this QR code. And please complete the evaluation by scanning the QR code provided to claim your e-certificate. Okay. Yes, nagsasalita ako ng madami. Nakamute pala ako. Ayan. So, ayan. Naka-flash po sa inyong screen ng admin post-webinar survey form. So, please complete this evaluation form po, no? And this will your tawag dito, ticket for the e-certificate. Okay. Kindly scan the QR code po para maka-receive po kayo ng e-certificate. Thank you guys for your time joining our webinar today. We appreciate po your time. Thank you for participating. Kindly tune in din po sa aming mga Facebook page and Facebook page and LinkedIn page para po maging updated kayo, no, sa aming mga future free webinars. So we do this quarterly and hopefully we see all of you again po next quarter. Thank you, Micah. Thank you po. Ipo-post din po namin to sa mga social media pages namin para makapag-ano po kayo. Scan ulit ng mga need po for survey. Thank you po. You can leave the room po if done na po kayo with the post-evaluation po. So we will upload the recording shortly after the session. To receive your e-certificate, please complete the post-webinar survey. Certificates will be sent to your emails. Thank you po. At ang katotohanan ay di ko mapigilang mapangiti na lang minuto. Nakakabaliw na pag-ibig, sigurado nang hindi papayag aking pusong mapalayo sa'yo. Oh baby, 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 halika
naman, pag ika'y di naman aatras pa ba? Kala mo'y di kailangan, ngunit ngayon'y di na kayang mag-isa. At tuwing wala sa'yong piling, telepono ko ay puno ng usapang mahalaga sa atin. Di ba magandang umaga? Kumain ka na ba? Pag narito ka na'y hindi maalis sa'yo ang aking tingin. Oh baby, 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 halika, tara na. Saan mo ba gustong pumunta? Luzon, Visayas ba? O Mindanao kaya? Walang problemang iisipin pa, kung ikaw naman ang laging makakasama. Lagi nang umaawit, umaawit mula kusina hanggang sa sala. Lagi-lagi, lagi nang napapasabi, mahal kita mula umaga, mukhang malala na hanggang gabi. Pauwi at bago matulog ng mahimbing, naiisip kita lagi-lagi. Lagi-lagi,
Thank you, guys.
lagi-lagi, lagi-lagi. Sa'yo lang naramdaman ang di ko naman hinanap. Oh, ikaw pala ang araw sa likod ng ulap, ulap, ulap. Lagi nang umaawit, umaawit mula kusina hanggang sa sala. Lagi nang napapasabing mahal kita mula umaga, mukhang malala na hanggang gabi. Pauwi at bago matulog ng mahimbing, naiisip kita lagi-lagi, 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 lagi-lagi. Nahuhulog ang loob sa'yo, nahuhulog ang loob sa'yo, sa'yo. Nahuhulog ang loob sa'yo, nahuhulog ang loob sa'yo. Ilang gabi nang puyat sa kakaisip, kakaisip sa'yo. Binabalikan na parang panaginip.
Bye, guys. End na po namin. Ano po kayo ng post survey form. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bakit ganito?